Hi, Year 9. So excuse my videoing this time. I'm a little bit out of practice. Um, so today I thought I should do a video for your reading lessons because it's easier to listen to me talk for a couple of minutes than have a lot of reading and probably give you more questions than you will answers to help you do your work. So today what we're looking at is inferring character feelings. So our learning intention is that good readers can infer meaning from text, and we're successful when we can infer meaning from text that we are reading. So would not be one of my PowerPoints unless it had a meme. So inferring characters' feelings by reading between the lines and influence you will make. So it is not what is said, it's what is inferred. So we look between the lines, read between the words. The most important things are left unsaid and unheard. I think that's something that's very important to keep in mind when you are reading. So each of the following slides is an extract from a story called Under the Lights, and we're going to do some together, and then you're going to do your own reading. And you're going to be completing some inference work on your reading. So the we do. How is Ash feeling? Use evidence to justify your answer. So I'm going to read this. My fingers were so sweaty that I thought that the mic was going to slip from my hand. As I shuffled in front of the merry men, my knees jiggled and my teeth chattered. The music galloped along and my heart galloped with it. Any second I would have to start singing. But the lights were too bright and the crowd was too big, too late. I remembered that I was supposed to strike a dashing pose. I stuck my arm out and felt a paper clip ping off the back of my costume. I'm wearing tights, I squealed. My face went hot. As I stumbled from the stage, the merry men collapsed in giggles behind me. I threw the mic at Miss Underbridge and ran back into the classroom, sobbing. So after we read this, again, it's reading between the lines. It's not actually what is said. So if we had to choose a word to describe how Ash is feeling, I've got a few here. I've got uncertain, afraid, stressed, and nervous. I suppose what we need to think about is what happened. What is it inferring about his costume? What are they seeing? So in writing a response, I think that Ash is feeling afraid and stressed because it says in the text that his heart was galloping and his knees were jiggling. When you're afraid, your knees shake, and when you are stressed, your heart beats quickly. Also, what has happened to the costume when the paperclip's gone down? That's the other thing to think about too. All right, let's have a look at this one. As I stood outside the music room shaking, I could hear everyone in the choir gossiping and showing off. Then Mr. Rivers clapped his hands for quiet, and they started to warm up. Neo, neo, eo. What if I went inside now and Mr. Rivers told me off for being late? What if I asked to sing Under the Lights and everyone laughed at me? What if Mr. Rivers said that I couldn't be in the Leavers Assembly at all? I knew that the longer I waited, the less I'd want to go in. And yet, each moment passed, and I just stood there. So if we have a look at some of the words, I've chosen uncertain, anxious, and nervous. Is uncomfortable? Is he sort of uncomfortable? Yes, but does that really describe how he is feeling? Is he sad? No. So you need to think very, very carefully, how is he actually feeling? And from a response perspective, I think that Ash is uncertain because he is asking a lot of what-if questions. He is imagining lots of possibilities and doesn't know what is going to happen, which is making him worry. And if you look at it carefully, you'll see that the punctuation plays a big part in this as well. Now, this is the last one we are going to look at, the last we do. Let's have a look at this one. Now it is my turn. My fingers tingled, my chest fizzed. I stepped up to the mic, took a giant breath and, by the way, guys, I'm not going to sing this bit. Now that I've grown, I've traveled back in time to say, just believe in yourself, kid, and you'll go all the way. My voice poured out as easily as pink lemonade. Behind me, Tasman's arms were a blur of drums. Berry strummed hard enough to rub her fingers raw. Mr. Rivers picked out a riff while Isaac and Freddie jangled and tapped. The audience grinned, nodding their heads to the beat. Hassan pumped his fist. As I caught Noah's eye, he gave me two big thumbs up. I smiled and closed my eyes as, together, Janelle and I launched into the chorus. Now, if we look at this, a lot of things are said indirectly. There's a lot of inference there. What's going on? A lot of imagery. My voice poured out as easily as pink lemonade. That's something that stands out. My fingers tingled, my chest fizzed, showing his excitement. So, again, words. He's definitely not anxious. He's not upset. His body language is not telling us this. Other people's reactions are not telling us this. He's proud. He's confident. He's happy. He's excited. Finally, a response. I think that Ash is confident and happy because he is not hesitating to step up or launch into his song. The text says that he is smiling and he's closed his eyes, which people do when they are enjoying a song that they are singing. Now that you do, what I would like you to do, please, is find a narrative good fit text. Now, if you don't have a story or some links, please email me and I'll send one out to you straight away. It can just be a short one. You can give me a genre if you like, but I've got a few different ones. But I do want you to have a look around your home and see if you can find a text. Find a comfy place to sit. I'll make sure it's a good fit text. So can I read 85% of the first paragraph? Do I understand it? Am I reading all the punctuation and meaning? So make sure it's that level of text. Set a timer for 15 minutes. I want you to think about your reading behaviours. So have you turned your phone off? Have you moved your iPad? Is nothing going to ding except for a timer in 15 minutes? All these sorts of things. Then I want you to sit back, enjoy, and start reading. Now, after you've done this, I would like you please to click on and complete the form about inferring meaning on your Compass page. And that will be today's lesson done. I'm hoping that this sort of way works for you. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get my kids to bed earlier, so I'll be able to do it in the middle of the day instead of the night. Again, please let me know if you need any help, and good luck with it all. Good night. Please email me if you have any questions.